What's up guys, this is iTweaks here, and today I'm going to be showing you the top 35 tweaks for iOS 7.1.2. Now this is basically going to be just what's on my iPhone because these are the tweaks that I use on a daily basis, and I just actually upgraded to 7.1.2 and re-downloaded all of the tweaks that I wanted to use, so I kind of trimmed the fat, so to speak, on my device. So these are the key tweaks that I'm going to be using on my device from here on out. And before we get started, if you're not following me on Twitter, then definitely do so. I'll put a link in the description below so you guys can just click on that. I've actually done a few giveaways the past couple of days, just giving out free games from the App Store and stuff like that. So if you want to be a part of that, as well as get the inside scoop on what's going on with my channel before it actually happens, then definitely go ahead and follow me on Twitter. So let's go ahead and get started. Now the first tweak I want to talk to you guys about is called Activator. Now of course this is a must-have for any jailbroken device because it allows you to do so many things. Basically what this is going to allow you to do is use gestures to make an action. And I'll show you a quick example here. If we go ahead and open up Activator, you can see that you open up this menu and then you can select where you want to make this gesture. So you want to do it at the home screen, in application, at the lock screen, or anywhere. So we're just going to tap anywhere right here. And now we're going to go down here to, let's just do a double press of the home button to make it real easy. Now if we double press on the home button, what do we want it to do? Well, then you scroll through here and then you can actually just choose what action you want it to make. So let's just say we wanted to compose a new mail by double pressing the home button. Now you can see right here, if I double press, it's going to automatically compose a new mail just like that. And there's a ton of different things you can do with this. Just plugging in your headphone jack, you can make it pop up a menu, opening up a specific application like Pandora or your music or Spotify. So I mean, there's a ton of different stuff that you can do with this tweak, and it's highly recommended, and you definitely should check it out if you don't already have it. Now the next tweak I want to show you guys is called AppDye. Now this is a really cool tweak, and a lot of people have been asking me about it because my status bar has changed as well as the color of my keyboard. Now keep in mind that all of these tweaks, if I have a complete in-depth review, then I'll be sure to link that in the description below for you guys to just click on so you can get a better look at all these. But what AppDye is going to allow you to do is, let's go into the settings here and open this up, and you can see that you can obviously enable, you can dye the SMS, dye keyboard, dye status bar, and you can disable this in applications and change the dye color. But you can basically see right here what it does. It's going to change UI elements on your device just like this. So I have a blue status bar, and you can change this to whatever color you want. As you can see right here, just drag your finger around and it's going to change it. And there's a ton of different colors that you can choose from, so go ahead and mess with that and see what you think. Next tweak I want to talk to you guys about is called Apple File Conduit 2. Now there's not necessarily anything that I can really show you here on my device, but what this tweak is going to allow you to do is, if you plug in your device to your Mac or PC, and let's say you download iFunbox or another software program that allows you to navigate through your device, Apple File Conduit 2 is going to actually allow you to get to those hidden folders and hidden files. That way you can customize or change or do whatever you need to those files that are actually hidden normally when you plug in your device and use one of these software programs. So a very helpful tweak. I highly recommend it. It's a free one that you can download in Cydia. And the next tweak I want to show you guys is called Asphalia. Now this is a really cool tweak, and it has a ton of different features, but I'm not going to be able to show you every single feature in this video just for time's sake, but I am going to show you what I use it for. And I actually use it for all my financial applications. So you can see right here that I have PayPal, I have Options House, I even have my bank on here somewhere. But you can see if I tap on one of these financial applications, I actually have to scan my finger before I try to open this up, or before it allows me to open it up. So if I scan my thumb, you can see that it automatically opens up, and then I can access my account straight from here. So I use that for all my financial applications. That's basically all that I use it for, but there's a ton of different features that you guys need to check out. And again, I'll put a link in the description below for you guys to just click on and get a full review of Asphalia. Now next up we have a tweak called Aki. Now this is an awesome tweak. It's basically going to allow you to quick reply as well as quick compose messages. So you can see right here, if I send myself a message, you're going to see it pop up right here. And you can see it pops up right here, so I can tap on reply. And that's going to allow me to quickly reply to this message very easily, just like that. So we'll reply right there. So again, if we wanted to reply, then we would just tap that reply button. And you also have quick compose. So you can see right here, if we swipe down on the notification center and we swipe down again, it's actually going to populate a new quick compose message. So you can start to type in your contact right there, then type in your message, and you can even add a photo if you want to, or you can just cancel it. You can open up the application. Very self-explanatory and very nice. Again, if you want to see the full review, check the link in the description below. Now you guys are probably wondering, why was my banner so small in that last notification? Well, that's due to TinyBar. So you can see right here again, if I send myself a message, you're going to see that we have a small tiny bar, and it's actually going to scroll through. If we send myself another message, let's go ahead and type something out here, and you're going to see that it actually is going to scroll through if the message is longer than that just predetermined area right there. So a really nice tweak. I like the minimalistic look. It's only going to take up the width of your status bar, so definitely check out TinyBar. Next up, we have an awesome app switcher called OXO2. So you can see right here, if we open up OXO2, we get a completely different look than what we normally would get with our app switcher. So we have all of our applications obviously right here that we can scroll through. You have your toggles right up here. So basically it's implementing the control center into your app switcher right here. You have AirDrop right up here at the top, as well as down here you have all your music controls as well as your toggles. So your flashlight, your time, your calculator, as well as your camera. Now you can swipe down just like this to open up an application. Very simple. You can also swipe up just like that to line up all your applications and close out of them if you want to do that. You also have another pretty sweet little feature here. If we get out of that, you can actually use the quick switcher, which allows you to swipe through just like that. So you can go through all of your open applications very simply just by swiping your finger up from the bottom, and that's due to the hot corners. So pretty nice. Next we have a tweak called BadgeBoss, and you can see that my badge notifications are actually in a different location as well as a different color and a different font, and that's all due to BadgeBoss. So you can change this up however you'd like. If we jump into the settings real quick and we go into BadgeBoss, open that up, you can see that you get a preview. You can enable it or disable it right here. You can hide it or show it. You can actually add text right here, and if you want to add text, make sure that you put an @ symbol, and that's going to actually put the number notification in there. But you can just put in alert -@ and that's going to say alert -1 or however many notifications you have from that specific application. Also right down here you can change the background color, you can change the font as well as the position. Changing the position is really simple. You just tap on this and then you move it around just like that. So just check it out. This is a really cool tweak. If you're not using ColorBadges, ColorBadges is also a really nice one that I've jumped between this one and that, but really it's just a matter of preference. So definitely check this out or ColorBadges. They're both really good. Next up is Cylinder. So a lot of people still ask me, how do I change my page animations, or how am I getting these page animations from Barrel? Well, I'm not actually using Barrel, I'm using Cylinder because this is a free tweak and it has more animations. So you can see right here that when I swipe over, this is a pretty simple one. I just have this set up right now, but this is just the cube outside, and there's a ton of different stuff that you can set up with Cylinder. So if I go back here and we tap on Cylinder and we tap on effects, these are all the effects that you can have. So you can basically change this up however you'd like, no respring required, and it's going to give you all kinds of crazy stuff. And you can actually stack these. So you can see if I put all these on, you can see that it stacks all of those. I don't necessarily want to do that just because if you put too many of these all together, then you can crash your device. It just kind of depends on what 3D animations you're trying to use. But right now I'm just using the cube outside, and we'll leave wave on there for the rest of the video here. No, actually that doesn't look that good. So let's change this up a bit. We'll do page twist. So there you go right there. CCLoader is another must-have tweak. You can see right here if we go into our settings and we jump out of here and go into CCLoader, you can see that you have your enable section. So you can just grab these and move these down. You can rearrange them. You can put them in the disable section. Very simple, very self-explanatory, but a very helpful tweak because you have all of these other disabled sections that you can add directly into your control center very simply. First of all, you can see that I don't have any media controls within my control center right here, but if I wanted to add those back in, simple as that, add the media controls back in, and there it is. You can also hide the separators if you want to do that. So if we go down here, you can turn that off and you can see no more separators in the control center. So this is a very helpful tweak, and it has quite a few extensions, so check this out for sure. Next up, we have a tweak called f.lux. Now, if you guys haven't heard of f.lux before, what it's going to do is make it a whole lot easier on your eyes when you're on your device at night. It's going to put a yellow tinge on your whole screen, and it's going to make everything a little less bright and a lot more easier to see. So you can see right here, if we enable f.lux, then we can actually move this down, and you can see that it's actually orange, a whole lot more dull. So it's a whole lot easier on the eyes at night, and that's basically all that it does. And if you haven't tried this before, I highly recommend checking this out because it's really, really nice. Now, this next tweak I've actually never shared with you guys. It's called CCSliders. Now, some of you guys may have heard of this, but if you haven't, you should check it out. If we swipe up on our control center, you can see right here that we have our brightness slider. Now, if we tap on this, you can actually see that it goes to another helpful slider. Now, this is for our flashlight, so you can actually dim or brighten your flashlight back here. So that's pretty nice. Now, if we tap it again, you can see that it actually gives me a new slider for f.lux. Now, this is a separate tweak. So if you use f.lux, you definitely should download this separate tweak. It's called f.lux slider. Now, both of these tweaks, the CCSliders and f.lux slider, is going to be in another repo. So you're going to have to add a repo for this, and I'll put in a link in the description below. But you can see right here, if we slide our finger, then it's going to obviously enable f.lux right there. If we tap it again, you get another f.lux slider as well as your volume level. And this is helpful for me because I usually just hide the media controls right here, so I don't have this volume slider. So you can tap it one more time, and you can turn up or down your ringer volume. And one more tab is going to go right back to our brightness slider. So a really helpful tweak. Highly recommend checking this out. Next up, we have a tweak called Classic Dock. And I get asked a ton, almost on a daily basis, how do I get this dock? And I've actually told you guys how to get it before, but the way you get it is, first of all, you need to download Classic Dock. And then you have to download a theme, a Winterboard theme called Aura. Once you download Aura, go into Winterboard, and then select the Aura Classic Dock theme. Once you respring your device, this is exactly what your dock is going to look like. So that's exactly how you do it. Now, before anybody asks me in the comments what theme am I using, I'm actually using the theme called Soft. Now, this is a really awesome theme, my favorite right now. You should definitely check it out. And if you want to check out my other themes, I have a top 20s theme video that I just put up yesterday. So I'll put a link in the description below for that, and you can definitely go check out all the cool themes for iOS 7. Next up, we have a tweak called Dark Folders 7, and it does exactly what the name suggests it does, and it changes your folders to a dark look. So you can see right here that it's not white, it's actually dark, and if we open it up, you can see that it gives you that entire dark background. And I think it actually looks pretty nice. It kind of depends on what theme you're using, but right now, and for all the themes that I've actually used recently, this actually looks pretty good. Now, you can change this up right down here. If we go into dark folders, you can actually enable, first of all, you can enable or disable it right here. You can also change it from only showing the folder icon or only darkening the folder background. So you can enable those separately right there. Next up, we have a tweak called DisplayRecorder. So you can see right here, if I swipe over and open that up, what this is going to allow you to do is record your screen on your device. So this can be really helpful, especially for maybe aspiring YouTubers that don't have a camera just yet. Then they can use this to record their screen. It even records your taps, and it records audio as well. So you can just sit there and do your tutorial on your iPhone and then upload that to YouTube. So this is a really cool tweak. It's going to give you the ability to change the quality if you need to, so you can make it the best quality, or if you're trying to save on space, and you can dumb it down just a little bit and save on space right there. But a really cool tweak, highly recommended. Definitely check this out. A cool tweak that I just recently downloaded that I've been eyeing for a while is called Haptic Pro. Now, what this tweak does, and it's really cool, it vibrates every single time that you touch the screen. So just touching on an application, it's going to vibrate. Now, the easiest way to show you guys what this does is if we go into the settings here, and you can actually change the length of the vibration. So it's actually pretty short right now, but you can see what this does. If we go down here, we'll change the duration all the way up, and I'm going to put it here on my desk. Now you can see right here, if I tap on this and we start to type something, it's going to start vibrating. So this is actually a really cool tweak. I didn't think it would be that cool, but it's definitely worth the $2.99 that I paid for this, just because it's just a really nice feel, and I've enjoyed it so far. Next, we have a tweak called iCleaner. Now this is basically going to get rid of all your unused files, and it clears up a whole lot of space. So if you're having issues with storage capacity, maybe you're right there on the brink and you're not knowing why, or you don't understand what the reason is, then maybe you should try out iCleaner and clean your device right here. Now once you go through everything, you can actually set this up to go through specific folders or applications or anything like that. If you don't want it to touch something, then you can specify that in the settings. But once it's done cleaning up, it's going to show you here how much space you've actually saved. So let's see what this has for me right now. So you can see that I've actually freed up 208 megabytes of space, and you do have to respring your device once you're done. But a very nice tweak, and especially nice when you're running low on space. Next, we have a very well-known jailbreak app, and that's called iFile. So if we swipe over here, open up iFile, what this is going to allow you to do is navigate through everything on your device right within your device. So you don't have to go through iFunbox or anything like that. You can actually access everything right here on your device. So if you wanted to change up maybe a theme, or you wanted to manually install a theme, then you would just back all the way up, and then we're going to go into library and then themes, just by scrolling down, opening up that, and you can see all of my themes right here. Now if we wanted to manually install one, then we would just have to paste that folder right in here, and it's going to automatically populate within Winterboard. So there's a ton of different stuff that you can do with iFile. This is just one of the uses, but this is highly recommended, especially if you do a lot of customization on your device. Then you should definitely check out iFile. But be sure not to mess with anything that you don't know what is, because it can break your device and cause you to have to restore. Next up, we have a tweak called Slices. Now what this tweak is going to allow you to do is simultaneously log into two separate accounts within an application. It doesn't necessarily let you do that natively. So like in Instagram, I have two accounts. I have my personal account and I have my iTweaks account. So you can see right here, if I tap on this, it automatically pops up a menu and asks me which account do I want to log into. So I'm going to log into my iTweaks account, as you can see right here. And if you guys aren't following me on Instagram, definitely do so. It's just iTweaks. I'll put a link in the description below for you guys if you want to follow me and stay up to date with what I do in my daily life. But you can see right there that it automatically logs me in. Now if I want to go to my other one, just tap on Cody. I never use this account, so don't follow me on it. As you can see, I haven't used it in years, but this is basically how this tweak works, and I highly recommend checking it out if you have more than one account on specific applications. Now another tweak that we have within Instagram is called InstaConfirm. So you can see right here, if I go ahead and open up my iTweaks account, and let's say that I wanted to like this photo. So I just double tap, and it's going to automatically ask me, are you sure you want to like this photo, yes or no? And that's just basically because sometimes when I'm scrolling through Instagram, I don't want to like your photo, but sometimes I accidentally do. But this gives me the opportunity to say no if I want to say no. So you can just tap yes, and it automatically is going to like, or no, and it won't like it. And the third tweak that I have here for Instagram is called Savegram. So if we scroll down just a bit, and let's just say we wanted to save this photo, you can just tap on the ... and you have the ability to save that photo directly to your camera roll. So if you like to save photos from Instagram, then you can definitely check this out. This is a free tweak that you can download in Cydia. Next up, we have a tweak called Message Renamer 7. Now the reason that I use this is because I'm in a lot of group conversations, and it's really hard to know exactly who's in that group conversation. So it's really easy to just rename the group conversation to something that you would remember and know who was in it. So if we open this up, you can see right here that first of all, I have my group conversation right here with my sisters. So I changed the name to Sisters. So you can see right here, if I wanted to reset that, then you can see it goes directly back to their names. But if I wanted to rename that, you can see, just tap and hold, type in Sisters, and then it'll automatically set to Sisters. So it's as simple as that, and that's the reason that I use it. I think it's pretty nice. Next up, we have a tweak called Messages Customiser. It's going to allow you to basically change up the entire UI of your messages. So we can go back here, open up settings, and here's Messages Customiser. So you can change the SMS bubble color, the iMessage bubble color, other person's bubble color. If it's not SMS, it would be the other iMessage bubble. You can change the app tint, the background, info text. You have some other settings right here. So if you want to change the entire look of your messages UI, then definitely check out Message Customiser. Next, we have a must-have tweak for me, and it's called Mobius. And you can see right here, I'm on the actual first page, as you can tell by my page indicator right here. And if I swipe back, I can go to my last page. Now this is not something native in iOS, and it's something that I use all the time. So if you have a bunch of pages on your device, then having Mobius is a must-have. Now for this tweak, you are going to have to add a new repo. I'll be sure to put a link in the description below for you guys to just add that in. But it's a free tweak, so definitely check it out. Next up, we have a tweak called Multilcon Mover Plus. Now this is a must-have for every jailbroken device just because it makes it extremely simple to move around applications without having to tap, hold, drag to the side of the screen, wait till it changes pages, and then sometimes it'll go to the next page. You don't want it to go to the next page. This makes it extremely simple. So you can see right here, if I wanted to move multiple applications, all you need to do is get into wiggle mode, tap the applications, swipe over, hit the home button, boom, it's done. It's as simple as that. Multilcon Mover Plus, highly recommended. Definitely check it out. You've also probably noticed throughout this video that all of my animations are really fast, really snappy, and that's due to NoSlowAnimations. So you can see right here, if I open up an application or if I close it, it opens and closes extremely fast, and it does that with all the animations. So just download NoSlowAnimations from Cydia, and that's all you have to do. It's a free tweak, and it's going to speed up those animations just like that. Next, if you're a user of Snapchat, then you're going to love this tweak. It's called Phantom for Snapchat. So if we open this up right here and we go into our settings just by swiping over, tapping on settings, and scrolling down, you can open up the Phantom configuration. So you can change where you want to save these photos to. So basically it's going to allow you to save any photo, any video directly to your camera roll. So you can see right here that I have it checked to save to camera roll. You can save it to an album or create or specify right here. You can save it to a protected folder, or you can toggle on save instantly. And right down here, if you have a license, then you can change the auto save to. Going back, we have our saved media, so you can have a password locked off your saved images, videos, or logged snaps. And then right down here you have some other options, but basically what this tweak is going to allow you to do is break every single rule that you have for Snapchat. It's going to allow you to break those within the Phantom settings right here, and you can set it up however you'd like. Highly recommend this if you're a Snapchat user. Now another simple tweak that I have on my device is called SameStatus. So usually when we lock our device, on our lock screen, our status bar is actually a little bit larger than it is once we unlock the device. Now SameStatus is going to change that. It's going to keep that same size. It's going to make the status bar on the lock screen just a little bit smaller, just to match the same size as you can see once you unlock the device. Now another huge tweak for me is called Showcase. So you can see right here, if I swipe down on the spotlight, you can see that all of my keys are in lowercase, and that's because Showcase is on. So you can see if I hit the shift button, then it goes up to uppercase. So it's basically going to tell you what case you're going to be typing in, and this is a huge plus for me. And when I jailbroke my device and I didn't have it on there for like the first few hours, it was very confusing to me just because everything's all in caps. So highly recommend checking out Showcase. It's another free tweak. Another must-have tweak is called StatusHUD 2. Now usually when you hit the volume rocker right over here, it pops up a huge UI right there in the middle that you can't see through. It's just in the way. What StatusHUD 2 does is change that. It puts the volume HUD right up there in the status bar. As you can see, very out of the way, very minimalistic, and I highly recommend it. You can even change these little circles to a square if you want to do that. So definitely check it out. Obviously, it goes without saying, you need to download Winterboard if you haven't done so already. This is going to allow you to theme your device very simply. All you need to do is download Winterboard right here, and then once you download a theme, then you can apply those themes right in here. So you can see that I've applied Soft right here, as well as Aura, the classic dock, as I previously mentioned in the video. Another tweak that actually stuck with me ever since iOS 7 jailbreak came out is called Switch Spring. Now this is one that came out right when iOS 7 was jailbroken, and you can see what this does. If you swipe up right there, it allows you to restart your Springboard, or you can quit the applications or cancel. So I've been using this for ever since iOS 7 has come out. For some reason it just stuck with me. I think it's pretty cool. So if you want to check that out, then definitely do so. It's another free tweak. And last but not least, we have a tweak called Zeppelin. Now Zeppelin is another awesome tweak that everybody should have, and it's another free one as well. So you can see right here that I have the little Apple logo right up there. So you can change this up to basically whatever you want. You can even make your own But going into Zeppelin here, these are the default ones. So we have Abstergo, we have Android, Aperture Science, the Apple, which is what I have selected right here. No respring is required for any of these. You can change these up, and right when you change it, it automatically changes right up there in the status bar. So there's a ton of different packs that you can download in Cydia that are going to allow you to put your favorite team up there, or logo, or basically whatever you want. All you need to do is just search through these Zeppelin logos in Cydia and you can find your favorite one. Again, if you're not following me on Twitter and Instagram, definitely do so. Also, if you want to see more awesome videos just like this of jailbreak tweaks, Winterboard themes, the new iPhone 6, iOS 8, everything Apple, then hit that subscribe button for my future videos. Alright guys, if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. If you want to see more of my videos, then go ahead and subscribe. Alright guys, until next time, peace.